and just getting started, too.
Yeah, and it was a quiet start, there's no question, but now that's obviously ended. Here's a picture from Tulsa earlier in the day, you guys. Unbelievable stuff here, too. Yeah, it was a rough storm. Now, that got us thinking, what does our tornado season usually look like in New Mexico? And this gives you an idea. Since 1950, we've seen 15 tornadoes in New Mexico in the month of March. So obviously, as you can tell here, that's not a big tornado month for us, but it does ramp up May and June. Those are the bullseye months. And just so you know, areas of the state to watch for, definitely the eastern third of New Mexico, usually where we see most of our action. So will we see a big time tornado season this year? We'll have to wait and see, but there is some promise for a warm. What? You look good. Yeah, you're kind of. You got a little. Yeah. You got a little. Am I thinking Eminem here? Is that
back to my fighting weight? What happened?
You got your game tonight.
That feels so slimming.
You look good. All right. Well, let's talk about why we are actually pretty optimistic for how the precip looks here over the next 3 months. You know, we have El Nino in place, which we've talked about. A weak El Nino, though. But we also have is a warm phase of the Pacific along the West Coast, which we have not had for a long, really prolonged period of time here. And that's very good news, because when you have really warm conditions along the Pacific where we draw our moisture from, it's a lot easier to get that moisture out of the Pacific when we have warm water, especially in place. And it's that warm water that acts as a pipeline for the moisture to head out of the ocean and inland here. So we've seen a pretty good winter with some of that moisture pipeline, and we're likely to see that continue with that warm phase of the Pacific here. So we do have some good, at least set up conditions here to do well with moisture across the area. We'll see if it ends up happening, but the next 3 months do look promising to do well for precip. For now, it's pretty quiet. 47 degrees, winds out of the east now at 18 miles an hour. Temperatures cooling across eastern New Mexico, mainly in the 30s and 40s. We are headed for a warmer setup here, though. We do have that cold front, which will push through. It has pushed through the east side of the state, and we'll get the west to cool down a bit. But then high pressure starts to slide in. And take a look at the temperatures here. Starting tomorrow, our coolest day of the work week, and then Saturday, our warmest. Most areas across the state will warm up between 15 and 20 degrees across the board. As far as showers go now, those are all dissipating across the state. Largely a clear night tonight before we get ready for that next at least chance at cooler air tomorrow morning, and then they'll warm up behind that. So cool throughout the day, and that high slides its way in our direction, continues to boost temperatures here over the next couple of days, and probably through about Sunday. We're looking at a warm setup across the board. Then we could see a weak storm system come in Sunday into Monday. That will have the chance to bring a better shot at getting at least more cloud cover across the area, if not showers. 57 Pagosa Springs, 59 Durango, 62 in Cortez, a cool start, and then plenty of sunshine, mostly sunny skies, and temperatures in the 50s and 60s across the northwest after a bit of a cold start. Across the southwest, sunshine and a bit cooler here for tomorrow. 62 Silver City, 67 in TRC, and 66 in Socorro. Across the southeast, plenty of sun, but colder temperatures too, but right back up again by Friday into Saturday into the 80s. Up to the northeast, a cool start, and then sunshine. 22 Springer tomorrow morning, 20 in Las Vegas, only to get back up into the 50s and 60s. Northern mountains will be in the teens to start the day, but eventually into the 40s and 50s. Santa Fe, top out tomorrow at 56 degrees. A lot of sunshine. East Mountains, mostly sunny and cooler here too, but just for a day, all the way to 72 in Edgewood by Saturday. Metro area, cool in the morning, and then sunshine. 64 in the valley, 66 downtown. Rio Rancho looking at 63. 7-day forecast here in the city. Plenty of sun and getting all the way close to 80 degrees by Saturday. If you want to talk more on Twitter, we'll do that at KRQE Mark.
All right, thank you, Mark.